A quiet, steady teenage voice. No crying, no shouting, just matter-of-fact horror coming through a phone line in Aledo, Texas. When police traced the call, they found 17-year-old Jake Evans outside his home, unarmed, waiting for them. Inside, his 15-year-old sister Mallory and his mother Jamie, both shot dead. And that was the night the suburbs stopped feeling safe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sisters of the Strange. I'm Landrey.
And I'm Shae. And I don't have anything, I don't think. Do you?
I have something very important right now.
What?
I think this is the first time you've ever worn real clothes on the podcast.
What does that mean?
I don't think you've ever worn jeans before.
My high water jeans?
I just was sitting here and I'm like,
I was wondering whenever you were going to say something about that,
Well,
honestly.
I mean, I was like following you up and I was like, I guess, did you not go to the gym this morning? You just went to town dressed?
Correct. So I did not go to the gym this morning because last night at about 10:30 p.m., I started blowing chunks.
And you're just not letting me know this while I'm in your presence?
Yes. I ate some bad beans.
Are you still blowing chunks?
No.
Okay.
I threw the beans up and everything's fine.
Okay. Because Aaron's like on his deathbed right now too. He's really sick.
Oh, no.
He's not. He's not on his deathbed. That sounds bad. I don't like that. That like sounds, he's not. He's safe. That like gives me like bad heebie-jeebies. I don't like that. I shouldn't have said that. He's just very sick. But he's at work anyways.
Yeah, no, I just, I ate some black beans that were like a week old. So I don't think that they were like super past the point, but my stomach was like, no, ma'am.
Reject.
Yeah, absolutely. Like ejecto-ceto, cause like immediately.
Oh gosh.
What I ate last night was poverty nachos. Tostitos chips with shredded cheese in the microwave. Well, I put some black beans on it because I love black beans. And I was like, do you want beans on yours? And he was like, no, I do not want beans this late at night. So I'm gonna be farting.
I'll be too.
So I can't do it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then we went to bed and then I got up to go to the bathroom and immediately I was like, oh, my tummy hurts. And then I proceeded to almost die on the bathroom floor.
Good.
And then once everything was out, I was fine.
Oh.
But I was like, I don't think I can go to the gym in the morning. I'm weak and frail.
I'm frail.
And I didn't know what was going to happen. So
yeah, you
to
weren't
be
sure.
fair. So yeah, I just got up and met mom for breakfast and then we did our little thing.
Your little girl morning.
Yeah. And I've been fine. Completely fine.
I love beans of any kind.
Me too.
I say that to anybody and everybody. I'm like, beans in a can? Don't care. They can be cold and open the can raw.
Love beans.
That was a product of our raising. So
big bean girls over here.
Someone commented on one of my TikToks the other day and said, beans don't belong in chili. I'm from Texas. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm from Texas too. And if I want to put beans in my chili, I can. I also put beer in my chili. I don't really think beer is supposed to be in chili, but that's the chili I make.
You know what? It's fine. It's good. Doesn't matter. We get to do whatever we want. It's the beauty of life, right?
That's my motto this week.
Rock on.
I can do whatever I want.
Amen, sister.
Amen, sister.
Amen.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think both of our topics this week that we're recording are going to be heavy. Oh, that is something we can mention. We put out there that we might do 2 episodes a week, and we didn't this last week. But now that this is coming out, we will do 2 episodes a week. I don't know if it's still going to be Tuesday, Thursday, or if it's going to be
Tuesday, Friday.
Tuesday. I've seen a lot of people do Sunday mornings. Like I don't know. But we're going to do 2 episodes a week. We're going to do our best to continue on with that because we enjoy it. We have the time. We have space. So why not?
Yeah, exactly. And we proved to ourselves last month that we could do it. So we recorded almost an entire month in 1 week.
Yeah.
So
we can make it happen.
Yeah, we can do it. It's going to be fine. Bear with us.
If it sucks, this is your fault.
This is your fault. You asked for this. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
I don't either.
Without further ado,
let's do it.
We are going to head into Aledo, Texas tonight.
Got about a 20-minute drive.
Right down the road from us. And I think that's part of the reason why I think this feels so like heavy to me. Also, not one, because this is very sad, but it's also insane. But it just feels so close.
Almost makes it more real.
Yeah, so much more real.
I feel like a lot of our other episodes and things we do, we can just be like, yeah, you know, like there's no attachment to it. So you're able to be like, okay, haha. And there's a lot of people who have, not a lot of people, there's some people who've made comments where they're like, man, y'all kind of seem like desensitized to this, or y'all are kind of laughing about something you shouldn't. And I think it's because it doesn't hit home to us like it might hit home to y'all in different situations, different things we're laughing about or whatever it may be. So this is one of the ones where it's like, oh, and even the episode I'm recording is like that, where it's like, that was one of the very first things I was going to say is like,
yeah,
it's like no laughing. And I normally would be like being like, ha ha ha. And it didn't feel that way.
That's kind of how I feel like about this too.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little bit more serious. I try to keep things a little light most of the time, but I think like you said, it's part of like, it's just the way that we like compartmentalize certain things. And this one is just like literally right down the road from us. So it just seems a lot.
Yeah, we had she's your friend too, kind of. Mm-hmm. But we had a friend who was literally going to go stay the night at this house right before all of this happened. Like literally like the weekend before.
That's crazy.
And her mom said, no, probably not.
Smart girl.
I don't remember why she said no, but it was just like, no, probably not. But she ended up not.
Which is crazy because her mom, I think, works in the Parker County Sheriff's Office.
She's like the head news reporter girl, whatever. She works for like the Democrats, so she gets all the reporting.
Yeah.
But she did work for
Sheriff
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Authier.
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Sheriff Fowler too.
Fowler. That's who I'm thinking of.
Anyways. Anywho's.
So we're heading into Aledo, Texas. Like we've mentioned, it's very close. But if you're not familiar, if you're not local to this area, this town is very wealthy. Very upper middle class. The high school's huge. They're huge on football, like Friday night lights every night.
Like state championships.
Multiple. It's one of those small Texas football towns, but it's rich Texas football town. It's not like that you would think of like Friday Night Lights or something like that.
Yeah, that's what's in my mind right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge homes, just lots and lots of money here. So on the night of October 3rd, 2012, there's a kid who lives in Aledo and everything just kind of changed for this family, like in the snap of a finger. And it seems like something that doesn't seem real, especially with the way that he presents himself during.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Evans family a little bit. So they were very well off, Texas family living in Aledo. His mom, Jamie, was said to be this warm, strict, but supportive mom. His dad's name was Daryl. He worked out of town a lot, and he actually was out of town during when this took place. He was in Washington, D.C. at the time for work. I don't know exactly what he did. It's not really like alluded to in a lot of things, so I think maybe he's something important. I don't know. Jamie, his mom, was a teacher at two of the different schools in Aledo, two of the intermediate schools and an elementary school. So she was a first grade teacher, and then she became a vice principal at one of the intermediate schools. So she was like very well known in the community, and everybody loved her. They were a very religious family. They attended one of the churches in Aledo, and then like one of the Christian churches in Aledo. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, they converted and they started going to a Catholic church in the area. I know it's all whatever. Anyways. They're very devout in this Catholic church. The youngest daughter, Mallory, who was 15 at the time, was also very well known as being active in the church, very outgoing. She played sports. They were just really good people.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever had anything bad to say about them. Everybody knew Jamie, and it was just like happy family. There was no scandal or anything that kind of went on with them. Their house was in a gated community in Aledo. It was a large home. It was like 4,000 something square foot. It had 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 2 stories. One of those beautiful homes. Safe, clean, predictable. And their Jake, which is the main character of this story, the 17-year-old, his grandparents lived across the street from them, literally right across the street from them. So they just like had this sense of security in their family, and they were all very close, yada, yada. But underneath all of that normalcy that they had in the community, Jake was starting to kind of come undone within himself. About, I think, 4 to 6 months-ish, Jamie makes a decision that she's going to retire and she's going to homeschool her 2 youngest kids, which is Jake and Mallory. Jake is 17, Mallory's 15. So she finishes out middle school and comes to be homeschooled first. And then Jake goes to school for a little bit longer, finishes his sophomore year, I think. Yeah, sophomore year, and then comes home to be homeschooled as well. So that piece kind of is like, because this was also, like I said, like 4 to 6 months before the event.
Yeah.
She decides that she's going to take them out of school. And she was active in the school. She was very like prevalent there. So like, why take your 2 youngest kids out of school when you had yourself in the school district, plus you had 2 older daughters as well that went their entire lives to those schools.
Yeah.
So it's like people say maybe she knew something was going on, or maybe she felt like something was going on. Did she think that he was dangerous? Did she not? Did she just feel like he was going through a hard time? Like, why?
Yeah.
But like in school, in middle school, he played football. So he was, you know, active in the school. In high school, he played golf. He was on the golf team. And like I said, Mallory played all the sports. She did all the things. So it seemed like they were both very outgoing and sweet kids. It said that Jake was a little bit quieter than Mallory, but he was a good kid. He had friends at school and they all said great things about him. Like, he was quiet, but he was fun to be around. When you got to know him, like, we had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
There was nothing abnormal. So it seems like he was just starting to like unravel in himself out of nowhere. He starts watching a bunch of movies, lots of horror movies. And his favorite one was Halloween, the Rob Zombie rendition. And he actually had watched that movie 3 times within the week that this takes place.
Yep.
3 times that week. He was obsessed with it. He watched it over and over. And he was very fascinated. The reason why he liked it so much is because he was so fascinated with the way Michael Myers presented himself. How he was calm and he had control and he had the power and he just killed people with no problem. He just walked around and killed people. Jake confesses that he felt that way about Michael Myers, and he starts thinking a lot about killing people. So he starts fascinating about killing anybody, killing his family, just all the time. So he's having these homicidal ideations that are just rolling through his mind all the time. And again, he's a 17-year-old boy, so he's going to have obsessive thoughts anyways. And these are just not the ones that
Not good ones.
you would hope that anybody would have.
Yeah.
I was going to go ahead.
It's crazy because my favorite show when I got my driver's license, I remember that whole summer, I watched Dexter nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Not once did I consider that I should be doing that as well.
Right. And a lot of
Or
people at this
fantasizing
age do like to watch horror films with their friends or this or that or whatever.
Yeah, let's go watch a scary movie and cuddle and
and
kiss.
have fun. Yeah.
Whatever.
But we're not thinking about what it would be like to kill somebody.
Yeah, to be in the actual movie itself.
Yeah. Or how you would, be in that situation or wanting to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Thinking that, oh, if that's what it's like,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah.
But he wasn't like filled with rage. He wasn't rageful. He was just obsessed over the thought of killing. So it was like a curiosity that he was obsessed with. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the weeks leading up to the murders, Jake actually wrote about them in a notebook. He said that he felt like he had no fear and he wanted to see what it would feel like to kill somebody. Not necessarily somebody that he loved, but just anybody. He felt like he was completely detached from his family. He started to feel annoyed by them, and he said that they were acting like the people at school who were mean and vengeful to each other, that the only thing people ever wanted to do in school or people my age was just be rude to other people, belittle other people, bully people, those types of things. So he was like seeing that at school, and now he feels like he's starting to see that within his family, that they are judging other people, that they're saying bad things about other people. He mentioned that his sister had made some sort of like racist comment about somebody the same day when they had all gone to lunch together. She had made a racist comment, and that really bothered him.
Yeah.
And that his family would like make fun of homeless people and things like that, which all of this information is coming straight from Jake. So like, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. I don't want to paint this family as a bad family at all. This is just the way Jake was thinking and the way he was talking and the way he was feeling.
To feel that way.
Yeah. So we don't know if these things are true or not, but this is what he's saying. So he's feeling very detached from them. He's annoyed by them. He doesn't want to be around them. And he's already had these homicidal thoughts that are just going through his mind. So the day of the murders, like I said, his mom and his sister, they go run some errands. They go to lunch and like a doctor's appointment or something. And when they're in the car, his sister makes this racist comment allegedly. And he like tells her, you shouldn't act like that. You shouldn't say those things. Like, you're being terrible, whatever. And she's like, whatever. I didn't say that. Blah, 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 blah. Brother, sister things.
Yeah.
So they get home and mom's making dinner or something. Not dinner. They get home. They kind of all go their separate ways. He goes up to his room and he's like obsessing over this killing right now because now he's kind of mad at them. He's kind of upset. And so he's thinking about if I was to kill my family, if they're the first people that I do kill, how am I going to do it? So he's like, well, my dad has this like folding knife in his office I could go get and I could use that. So he's like kind of coming up with a plan, but not really. But he's thinking about it. And then he's like, oh, I forgot I stole this .22 revolver from my grandpa. It's in my room. I have that also. So if I kill them with a knife, it'll be slow and drawn out. Or if I kill them with a gun, it'll probably be quicker and over with faster.
Yeah.
So he's like really like going through it in his mind.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. Which way do I want to do it? If I do it, should I do it fast or should I do it slow? And it's just like, that's just what his brain is thinking.
Yeah. How am I going to go about it?
Mm-hmm. So same day, his grandmother calls him and asks if he wants to go with her to run some errands. And he's like, yeah, sure. I want to get out of the house. I'll come with you. And so he gets out of the house, goes with grandma. They go to the post office. They go to the store, something else. And then they go home and mom's making dinner. Grandma goes home. So now he's just at home with his mom and his sister. One of the older sisters is staying across the street at the grandparents also. So keep that in mind. Mom's cooking dinner. He doesn't want to be around them. He takes his food and he goes out to their pool house, which is basically like another hangout place. It's like big enough to where they would like host pool parties and all kinds of things. So he goes out there by himself, watches Halloween, and he's still just like brewing on how he's going to kill somebody. If he wants to kill somebody, what it feels like, how he's going to do it. And his sister comes, his little sister, Mallory, she comes to him and she's like, hey, do you want to watch a movie? And he's like, no, I don't want to watch a movie. And she's like, oh, well, why not? Like, she wants to spend time with him. She loved him. You know, that was her big brother. He's like, no, I don't want to watch a movie with you. So at this point, he's like, I don't think I want to kill Mallory because she's too sweet. And, you know, that's my little sister and I love her, but God, she's annoying.
Yeah.
And it's just like, to think about that is wild. To know that you love your little sister and she's sweet and she's a good person, but you still can't shake the thought of what it would be like to kill her.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on in your brain?
All I can imagine is how close me and Caden are and how close we were at that time. We were 4 years apart, 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If
and that's about like them, 17 and 15.
Yeah. And like even having like the thoughts that he maybe had, like, which Caden never would have thought that,
Yeah.
I don't think. But like, I'm comparing it to like how
you would feel.
How I would feel, and especially how I would feel if I saw my brother like coming at me in any angry way.
Mm-hmm. It's just scary.
It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the relationship with my brother,
Mm-hmm.
which like, I'm like makes my like eyes water. I'm like, it's like makes it really heavy.
Oh, dude. Yeah. When I was listening to the 911 tapes, I was like, my eyes were watery.
I'm like, my eyes are watery right now.
I know, I can tell. So she leaves. She goes back to the main house. He finishes dinner. He comes back to the main house. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to get the knife because I'm going to kill her. So he goes and gets the knife and puts it in his pocket. And he goes to his sister's room, knocks on her door. And he's like, okay, hey, let's watch a movie. And she's like, okay. And so they watch The Waterboy, the Adam Sandler movie, The Waterboy. And I'm like, oh, God, that just makes it like seem so like real life, you know? It's just wild. With like those tiny little details.
Yeah.
Because he's recalling all of this. This is straight from his words. So they go watch the movie. They're in her room. They're hanging out. And at this point, he has the knife in his pocket. And he's still just over and over thinking about how he's going to do it. And at this point, he's like, I almost changed my mind because, again, I don't want to kill my little sister. So he's like, I don't want to kill her with a knife. So I'm going to go get the gun. So they finish the movie. He goes to his room and he gets the gun. He's playing with it on his bed. He's like opening the chamber, spinning it, clicking it, opening it, spinning it, clicking it, like playing with it.
Yeah.
So 22 revolver. And he goes and gets the revolver from his room after he's playing with it and then like puts it like in his waistband or whatever. He knocks on his little sister's door and she comes to the door and she answers and he's like, hey, mom needs to talk to you. She's downstairs. And she's downstairs in the study reading a book. And he's like, she needs to talk to you about something I don't know, but like she needs you. So she's like, okay. So she comes and he goes like down the hall. So he's like down the hall from her and she like comes out of her room to go to walk down the stairs. And as she like sees him out of the corner of her eye, she kind of turns and he's standing there with the gun and he's got it raised to her. And she's like, Jake, what are you doing? Like, you're scaring me. Stop. And he like doesn't do anything. He just stays there. She thinks he's like messing around. She turns to walk down the stairs and he shoots her in the back. The first bullet actually goes through her back, like all the way through, and she tumbles downstairs. He follows her down to the bottom of the stairs, and then he shoots her again. He thinks she's dead. Goes past her body to where mom is. Because you got to think, I'm like, why? Where was mom? How did she not hear this? Why did she not notice? Like, hear her falling down the stairs? I don't know. It's a big house. Maybe she's on the clear other side and you can't hear anything that's going on one side of the house.
22s also aren't that loud of a gun.
They're not.
Though.
It's a small caliber. So he says he runs past his sister's body and he goes to his mom's room and he just goes right up to her and he shoots her like 3 or 4 times. And she's dead.
Yeah.
Like he kills her instantly. After he's done this, he goes back upstairs to his room, empties the chamber onto his bed, and he said that he could, this is really terrible. He says that he could hear like gasping, gurgly breathing from his little sister.
Yeah.
She's not dead. She is still very much alive. And she's alive enough that when he comes back downstairs with the gun, she's screaming at him to please stop. Don't do this. Begging for her life. 15 years old. That is your baby sister.
And like her own brother.
It's horrendous.
Yeah.
So he shoots her in the head and then shoots her again to make sure that she's dead.
How do you shoot her in the head after being like, I don't want to, especially because he was so cowardice to shoot her in the back. That's a coward move.
The first time.
So it's like, that's already coward, whatever. But
you could tell that he was like, it was obvious that he didn't want to do it. He was nervous.
Yeah.
But it was like this obsessive thought that he just like couldn't shake until he did it. He also says that he planned to kill his entire family.
Yeah.
But he could not have done it with his dad home because he knew that he couldn't overpower his father. So he had a plan-ish. But he was also going to go across the street and kill his grandparents and his other sister. This happens at like 11:30 at night, I think. And this was on October 3rd of 2012.
Yeah.
So this all happens at like 11:30 that night. So after he is for sure that they're dead, he goes back upstairs. Or no, he goes into the kitchen and he leaves the gun in there.
Yeah.
And then he calls 911. And this is the craziest part. So he calls 911 and the dispatcher's like, Parker County Sheriff's Office, what's your emergency? And he says, I just killed my mom and my sister. And she's like, what? And he's like, I just killed my mom and my sister? Like, question mark? And she's like, oh, okay. Well, like, why did you do that? Like, who else is home with you? Like, asking all the questions.
Yeah.
The 911 operator is a angel. She was so calm, which they're trained and they do this for a living. Like people always say that, like the 911 operator was so calm. She sounded like the sweetest older lady. Like she was like, it's okay. You're okay. is the gun near you? Do you have the gun? And he's like, no, it's like 12 or 15 feet away from me over there. And she's like, well, why did you do that? And he's like, well, because they were like starting to be really rude to other people. And he's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. And he's like, sounds very sad and remorseful. And he later admits like he immediately regretted what he did. And that's why he decided to not kill the rest of his family. Because once he did it, he didn't feel what he thought he would feel.
Yeah, like the euphoria.
He didn't feel the euphoria. He just was sad that he did what he did.
Yeah.
And he apologized for killing his little sister because she didn't deserve it. And she was so sweet. And he says to the lady at one point, like, I'm going to be so messed up for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know why I did this. I'm going to need help. And the 911 lady, she's like, it's okay. Like, we're going to help you. We're not going to hurt you. We're sending somebody to help you. They're going to take care of you. We'll get you the help you need. Like, your family will get you the help you need. Like, don't, she's asking him if he wants to hurt himself. And he's like, not right now. He's like, but I probably will. And he's like, now I'm like really scared of guns. And I don't want to do that to another person ever. It's just like very, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he was so somber and you could like tell that he sounded so remorseful. But on the other hand, it's like, is that remorse or is that psychopathy? Like, yeah. Like, are you just like numb to it? Or are you in shock right now?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. And so he's on the phone with her for 20 minutes. I mean, he's saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. He's calm. He's polite. Like I said, he apologizes multiple times. He told her where the gun was, asks how long it's going to take for the cops to get there. When they finally get there, he comes out unarmed. They arrest him right there. No incident, like nothing. They get to the police station. They go to the Parker County police station, and he waives all of his rights immediately. He just tells them everything. And he writes like a 4-page confession about all of this. He had basically no motive. He was not angry at them or angry at the world. Like, he just had this feeling that he thought that he wanted to experience, and it was not what he thought that it was.
It turned out it wasn't what he wanted.
Yeah. He tells them like the whole thought process of why he chose the gun and why he didn't use the knife, because he wanted it to be faster. He didn't want them to suffer. But he said that he did confess to like planning it out, and that he wanted to make sure that he could do it calmly, that he had been thinking about it for weeks. And even on the phone, the 911 operator said, like, did you want to like kill your family specifically, or did you want to just kill anybody? And he was like, yeah, really just anybody. But they were here and it was getting bad. Like, it seems like it was just like coming to a boiling point.
Yeah.
So he gets arrested. He goes to jail, obviously. And I was listening to another video and like listening to all of like the names of the judges and the people. And one of the very well-known judges in this area, Judge Quisenberry, was actually the judge who was initially on his case. And he was initially sentenced to no parole before trial, and they negotiated with his attorneys and whatever. And so Judge Quisenberry actually switched it from no bond to a $750,000 bond that his father actually refused to pay. So he sat in jail until his trial. The dad was obviously very angry at first, didn't bail him out because he said, well, he killed my wife and killed my youngest daughter. And, no, I'm not bailing him out. He can sit there. Jake had also told the 911 operator on the phone, like, he was like thinking.
Yeah.
He was like really thinking. And he was like, I don't know if this matters right now, but like for in the future, I don't want any visitors. I don't want my family to see me. I don't want them to come up here. I don't want to talk to them. Any of those things.
Yeah.
And that basically continued like throughout his whole, which he's still in jail, but the whole time, like, he never had any visitors. Nobody ever came to see him. All the things. He was evaluated by multiple doctors. They said, so he was charged with capital murder and 2 counts of murder, I guess, in the first degree.
Yeah.
So there was like a whole lot of back and forth about the capital murder charge because he was still technically a minor because he was 17. And so there was a lot of like, well, can we charge him with this? Can we not? Because in Texas, capital murder there was like 2 different routes, but one of the routes for sentencing was the death penalty, but he's a minor. So what do we do? So he was kind of just like sitting in this limbo for a long time. And so he was evaluated by multiple doctors, and both of them said that he was not fit for trial because of his mental state. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
So finally in 2015, they go to trial and Jake takes a plea deal for 2 counts of murder, and they dropped the capital murder charge. So he was sentenced to 45 years in prison, 25 and 25, or what is 45 divided by 2?
Like 22 and a half.
Sure. So for each murder, and no capital murder charge. So he is eligible in parole in 10 years from now, in 2035, because he has to serve at least half of his 45-year sentence to be eligible for parole. He is currently in Memorial something in Vernon, Texas, maybe? I know that's a place.
It is.
But he went to 2 different facilities, so I don't remember which one he's currently in. But anyway, he's still in Texas. He actually spent some time at a state hospital as well for his mental disorder. He's 30 years old now. It's come out that when they tried to argue his mental illness, like insanity plea, they, under the psychiatric evaluations, described him as having severe anxiety and a possible personality disorder, but he was not psychotic. While he was in the mental health institution, some of the doctors were like, we really don't know, because he does show remorse and he does know right and wrong, which can make him psychotic for doing what he did, but not so much in a sense that we think that he would get out and do it again. So it's this very like gray area. It's really sad.
I think he really did feel remorse. Like, I think he like had this itch. He was irritated. He was a boiling point. You're like, I think it also, like, his grandma asking if he even wanted to go do something shows to me signs that there was already something kind of like trying to get him out of the house, trying to help him. He already had some sort of emotion going on, or something a little bit enough to where someone was realizing it. And so I think that he probably does feel remorse about it. I don't know how I feel about him like getting out. I don't know if he could reach another boiling point to want to do that again.
Yeah. I think that he knew that there was something wrong with him, but he didn't want there to be.
Yeah.
You know? And so like for him to have killed his mom and his sister and felt bad about it, like he was fighting himself.
Yeah.
Because he knew that there was something wrong with him. And then once he did what he thought would make him feel better, it didn't. And so he's like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, now what?
You know, now what? Now I'm really screwed up for life.
Yeah, I would say.
And even though his family didn't come visit him, didn't see him, all the things, they wrote a letter to the judge or the prosecuting team or whatever, something in the middle of the trial that said, you know, we're thankful and happy that he wasn't given, you know, this capital murder charge, and that he was only sentenced to 45 years in prison because it could have been worse. And like 11 of his family members signed it. So it like shows that he like does have his family behind him, kind of.
Yeah.
It's so strange. It's so very strange to me. But I also do think that the family, especially the mom, knew that there was something possibly going on, but not
that extent.
Not to that extent, and not to the point where they were like, you need to see a psychiatrist or you need help. One of those things that's like, you're fine, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
you're a teenager.
Angst. You're going to get through it.
Which is really upsetting.
Yeah.
And I say, like, I'm not saying that to be ill intent to the family or anything, but like, it's a real problem. Mental health stigma, especially in men, is like huge.
Yeah.
And people just ignore it. And it's really upsetting. But one of the older sister that was away at college, was supposed to come home literally the next day. And Jake talks about how he was, before he decided that he wasn't going to kill anybody else, his plan was to wait for his sister to come home. And when she showed up, he was going to kill her too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really going to go through with it. But she does like an interview on Investigation Discovery. There's like an episode called like The Killer Speaks or something like that. or evil lives here. I don't know which one it is. And she's recounting a memory that she had when they were watching the news about that mass shooting at the theater in Colorado that we have talked about. How many times?
Enough.
And they're like all watching it. Nobody's saying anything. They're all just sitting in silence, watching this on the news like, holy crap, this is horrible. And Jake just turns around and like looks at them and is like, you think I would do something like this? Freaks out.
Yeah.
And like storms away. And they're all like, whoa, what? Like, what is going on with
We never
Jake?
said that.
And the mom's like, I'm handling it. It's fine. He's just going through a lot right now.
So she already did have feelings that he was going to do something like that. Maybe that's why she took him out of school. Maybe she already had but like,
right,
didn't want everyone to know.
Yeah. It's kind of what I think.
But she was worried because how he was willing to do anybody, she was worried that he would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. I mean, I feel it because, I feel it partially because like I've mentioned 1,000 times, I had a teenager in my home and he scared me sometimes. Like I never fully felt that he was going to do something, but there was times where I was like, man, you're saying some stuff right now I don't think you should be saying that. Like,
yeah. You're like, maybe don't say that out loud.
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how that all unfolded for him, but very sad. And my mom had mentioned that she had watched a documentary about him as well, where the family like sends him questions or like had questions for him, like through a reporter or whoever was going to speak with him. And he talks about how he had tried to ask for help and said that something wasn't right, felt like something wasn't right, but was not really given the opportunity to talk to a professional. So do with that what you will.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
One of the pictures I found, it's just his sister just hugging him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
yeah, little sister, big brother, man.
That's sad.
Yeah. So I have a few questions and answers, kind of.
Okay.
So like, question number 1, what makes a teenager like Jake Evans break? Psychologists studying the case point to detachment, fantasy, and isolation, which is kind of a mix that dulls empathy and blurs reality for them, and makes things not seem real until it happens. And Jake was intelligent, he was articulate, and he was very, very self-aware, which I think is the saddest piece of the whole thing. Because like I've mentioned, it seems to me like he knew that something was wrong, but also couldn't turn it off.
Yeah.
You know, like he couldn't do that on his own.
And I'm not trying to say homeschooling is bad because it's something that I've definitely like, whenever I have children, and really probably going to very highly consider.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes whenever I don't know how much he actually was able to get out of the house. I don't know what the isolation factor was there. But as someone who works from home and has worked from home for years and has a husband that works out of town, it does feel very isolating sometimes and lonely. And the days merge together to where you think it's Wednesday and it's actually like Sunday. Like your days feel off sometimes.
Yeah.
And that messes with reality as well. Like that really can mess with where you are in a headspace.
Well, yeah, and it can get you stuck.
Yeah, there's times where like, and I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit
or you
at
don't
my
want
house.
to do anything.
Literally, I will sit at my house for a whole week and be like, I haven't moved my car.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like be able to, there's a mental capacity, there's a mental side of working from home and being in an isolation like that.
Yeah.
And so a kid being homeschooled, there's some sort of isolation there that whether you get out with your, family or not, like
there's got to be some sort of socialization of people of your caliber.
And just feeling stuck with your mom and your sister. That's it. Like there's an aspect where it's like, can I see somebody else today? Like, or not?
Yeah.
What are my options?
Yeah. What do I do?
Yeah. And
so I'm just going to go and watch Halloween.
Something that distracts me. Yeah.
Over and over.
But that's also an anxiety thing. Watching like the same shows. Like I watch a lot of the same shows.
Yeah, because it's comfort.
Because I don't have to think about what's coming next. I know what's coming next. So.
Yeah. And the fact that like he didn't feel any rage or any hatred. He was just curious about what it would feel like to cross that line.
Yeah.
And experts also said that the media influence factor of the Halloween is not what made him kill, but it gave him a bit of a blueprint because like they all say, well, the violence this, the violence that, blah, blah, blah. But he saw Michael Myers' calmness and mistook it for control, to be in control of a situation that he otherwise has not ever been in control in.
Yeah.
He wanted that same stillness where he felt like, all of the fear and anxiety would just be gone.
Almost like
if he did this. Yeah. And then the house sold shortly after that. The father sold the house, I think, in 2015 or 2016 or something like that, like after it happened. Jake's father, Daryl, never publicly lashed out, but he said that he forgave his son and he believed that mental illness did play a major role. So I think that's why he kind of headed that letter of saying, like, we're thankful that this was, you know, what he was given, and hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And, you know, we'll be here to support him when he gets out if that's what he wants. Like,
I bet as a father who works out of town, I don't know how healthy of a relationship like he had with his wife, but it's not even health, I guess. It's also just like how busy was the dad? Because like when I had the kid I had in my home, there was days I'd need to call Aaron and be like, hey, and he'd be like, I can't do that right now.
mm-hmm.
And so like if anything had ever happened, I bet he would, like if anything had ever happened, which I'm not trying to put myself in that shoes, but like I can imagine how he would have felt.
Yeah.
And that dad probably is like probably almost blaming himself a little bit for not being home and maybe not always making himself available to his children, which career comes first in a lot of situations, especially if he's the provider of the family and things like that. Like it tracks, but I bet he has like a heavy feeling for himself as well.
Yeah. Just all around this case is like,
yeah, it hurts.
Very heavy.
There's a lot of little things where I'm like, this case just feels like very close to home, not only just in the sense that it's close to home, but like me and my brother, or you said they were watching Waterboy. Nash literally dressed up as Waterboy this year for Halloween. Or you said October 3rd. Ella dressed up as Regina George. And October 3rd is the day where he's like, what day is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like October 3rd. So there's a lot going on in my head right now where I'm like,
ding,
it just
ding,
feels
ding,
like
ding,
right here.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's crazy. It's absolutely wild. And like, it's still, even like now, it's one of those things where it's like, because things like this don't happen here. So it's like in every story, but people just don't, you could never like get away from the fact that a kid from Aledo, Texas could do that.
Yeah.
You know? And even I agree.
Yeah.
And I even say, like, I poke fun at, you know, oh, it's a quiet town. Nothing ever happens here. It's exactly this scenario.
Yeah.
Exactly this scenario. So like, I get it.
Yeah. It's clicking.
You're right. You're right. I've been lying this whole time. It's not you, it's me. But the thing that gets me the most in this case is the 911 calls. You can find them everywhere and anywhere. They're all over. They're not hard to find.
I've definitely heard him before because he's like, the gun's just like on the kitchen counter.
It's not what he's saying. It's the way that he's saying it.
Yeah, he's like,
he's just like indifferent.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Yeah, surely that's shock and also just real like instant regret and shock.
Yeah.
But I thought shock took a little bit longer to normally set in than
immediate.
Yeah.
He says that he immediately felt regret. Immediately. Yeah. And there's no rage in his voice. There's no panic in his voice. I mean, he's very soft-spoken the whole time. There was no like evil in his voice. Towards the end, he was on the phone with her for 20 minutes. And towards the end of it, he starts to get a little bit more panicked, not like super hype, but to the point where she's like, it's okay, Jake. Big deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And you can hear him like breathing, trying to calm himself down. And when he's talking to her and like saying all these things, he's kind of like has that like that cry in his voice, like towards the end of each sentence. Like you can tell, I don't know. It's wild. It's
heavy. It changes the outlook on a lot of murder things that we hear where we're like, what a crazy person. Why would they do that? You know, it changes your outlook because not every person who's committed murder has a trail like that you can listen to and hear the regret or like the somberness or just anything like that. Like that's not something we hear often whenever we talk about murder cases.
There was like no evil in like the cinematic sense of the whole thing, like that you would think of with a murder case.
It was just, he just didn't know what he wanted. And he knew what he wanted and he did it. And he was like, whoa, that wasn't actually it.
And it makes you feel bad. It makes me feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he made that choice, which is hard. There's so many people who make choices before they should make choices. And that's the hard part of life is like, especially young children or like the teenage years where you're like, hey, let's not make that choice right now. Let's make that choice later.
Yeah.
You know? And so sometimes, but I wish if he truly did ask for all of that help and he never got it, I really wish he had gotten that help.
I do too.
And I think the outcome would have been different. I was literally just talking to someone the other day and they were like, I was doing stuff and basically holding up a sign saying help me, and no one ever caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he said no one ever got it. He said I had to help myself eventually. Like, he was like, I was asking for someone to pay attention to me.
Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah. And he's doing really well now. Like, he picked himself up out of a lot of that. But the stuff he was telling me, I was like, oh my God, you were like straight up crying for help.
Yeah.
And nobody knew.
Wild.
It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's and that's scary because that's a high schooler.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Things can get out of hand really fast and you just never know.
Yeah. I don't know, it's crazy because I was very lucky in the sense that, like, you know, the teenage girl with her heart broken who, my brother was always there.
Yeah.
Always. He was the one that came in my room and was like, you're good, girl. Like, I'll fight him. I don't know if you've seen my brother world, but my brother is my size. He is my older brother, but he is my size. And I always dated bigger guys. And he's like, I'll beat him up. I'm like, I mean, they're going to beat you up, but like, let's do it.
It's fine. I appreciate that, but no.
Yeah. But like, he was always there. So that's just crazy. It's hard. It like hurts my heart to know that a brother and sister, like, they probably were pretty close, especially if you're homeschooled. Like, they probably were.
Yeah. They were together all the time. Yeah.
It's like the idea of my brother holding a gun up to me is.
Yeah. Not once, but twice.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, but the feeling how what she felt turning around and seeing your brother holding a gun up at you.
Mm-hmm.
One time my nephew had my inhaler, and an inhaler looks kind of like a little gun if you hold it a certain way, and was like, pew, 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 like fake shooting it at me. And I said, we don't do that. We don't aim at anybody. We don't aim. I said, not even your Nerf guns. Do not ever point your Nerf gun at me. You can point it at a target that's in the yard, but you will never point it at me. And he was like, whoa. And I was like, don't point a gun at a single person.
Ever.
And so like, if a gun is pointed at me, I'm losing it.
Mm-hmm. We're fighting.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm losing it. I don't know what direction I'm losing it in, but I will definitely panic for certain.
Yeah.
Ugh, and to imagine like it being like a sibling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really terrible.
It's hard. Like, that's where it's like, I feel bad for him too, though, because
I know
it's got to replay in his mind her face.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, he said that. Yeah. He's like, I have nightmares.
He'll see that forever.
Forever. Yeah. He's like, I'm never going to get over that.
No.
And he knew that immediately too.
Yeah. That's why I'm surprised that he was even able to continue and go down to his mom at that rate.
Mm-hmm.
Like immediately starting there and realizing like, and I wonder kind of if he maybe had started with his mom, would he have ever actually made it to his sister and done that to his sister?
Yeah, maybe not. Because he mentioned like seeing what a gun does to somebody and not ever wanting to do that again. Maybe not.
That's hard.
Yeah. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years we'll be eligible for parole. So that'll be interesting.
You gonna live around here? Where are you going?
Maybe. Where else is he going to go?
He'd have better luck going to like Boston or something where nobody knows him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh, Aaron sent me a thing of Alfalfa last night singing, "You are so beautiful to me." He said, it like on the bottom of it said, "Send this to someone that you think is beautiful." So he sent it to me. And I said, Bug Hall got arrested here in Weatherford, Texas.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I did hear about that.
He did.
What a weirdo.
During COVID, during 2020.
Like, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
What are you doing here, sir?
That's why I looked it up. I'm like, does he live here? And it's like, no, he lives on a ranch in like East Montana. And I was like, what are you doing?
What are we doing? God. He's like, Taylor Sheridan, please hire me for your show.
Please. Please.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't have anything else on that, but
it's heavy.
It is heavy. It's a little bit different. Not as much
laughter.
Hee hee ha ha.
We hee hee ha ha a little bit, but like not a lot, Yeah. Not about the case at all.
Yeah.
My episode's about to be the same way.
Woo!
So we're going to go home feeling depressed. I'm going to go home and drink a whole bottle of wine.
Hell yeah, brother.
I am. I'm going to go drink a whole bottle. Maybe not the whole bottle.
That's crazy behavior.
It's like 4% for the whole bottle. Or for so many glasses out of the bottle. One White Claw's 4%.
Okay, girl. Go off.
Pop off.
Tell me about it.
It's the only way I'm going to get through decorating my Christmas decorations.
Oh, fair. I started buying Christmas decorations today.
I'm not buying anything. I am hand making.
Oh, I won't be doing that.
But I've got about 15 totes of Christmas.
I have one singular tote.
I've got like 15. I've got a full village.
I did see, I feel like you should add it to your collection. There is a Taco Cabana Christmas Village building at Walmart. It's not actually Taco Cabana. It's like taco something, but it's cute.
Bless.
I was like, I love that. If I had a village, I'd be buying that.
Aaron and I set a goal to buy a piece of village every year. And then Honey called me one day, or I told him about it, and he was like, "You want your great grandmother's?" So that's how I ended up with so much.
Hell yeah!
So I've got my great grandmother's Christmas village. I couldn't even tell you how old those pieces are, because my dad alone is 67. Nana is 86, 87. And
Dang.
it was granddad's mom.
Those are
But granddad
old.
and Nana, granddad was 2 years older than Nana, I do believe. So
Dang.
old pieces.
That's
and
true vintage.
Yeah, it's great. I didn't put it up last year because I had my weenie dog was brand new and ate everything, and I could just see her picking up the fake snow and just whoosh, in my whole village
For sure.
because it's porcelain, so it's like it barely falls over and it shatters.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got to get that all done this weekend because I want to have it done before Aaron comes home on Tuesday.
Yes. R.I.P. to you.
Not literally.
Not literally.
Don't put that on me.
I'm sorry. sorry.
I'm so scared
It was
of
a
that.
joke. It was a
no,
joke.
I get so scared of that stuff. There was one day like little dog did something Aaron didn't like and he said something and I was like, you take that back right now. And I couldn't. Like, I could not stop thinking about it until he took it back. And he's like, I take it back. And I was like, never say anything like that again.
You better shut up right now.
I'm like the most number one person for a jinx, man. That's why whenever I said that about Aaron at the very beginning, I was like, he's not on his deathbed. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I don't like that stuff. Freaks me out.
Oh my God.
And we call that superstition and anxiety.
And anxiety together. One of my
That-
friends at work, Katie, she's like, your sister is the most anxious person I have ever known.
She didn't even know me.
I know, she cracks up every time. She's like, when Landrey said this week, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
welcome
that's
to
her.
our life.
You're like, and you should see the text she sends me. I've gotten
It's so
better.
funny.
Currently, I've been wanting to ask you why I have a constant rash right here and I keep bruising really bad because I scratch it so hard.
Oh, no. I don't know.
It's probably just deodorant.
It's just itchy.
But yeah, I have anxiety. Thank you, Katie.
Yes, you are correct. I do have anxiety.
I do over some things, but some things I don't. Like whenever we were on the airplane and Shae thought the plane was going down and I was completely calm, cool, and collected. If it's like something where I really got to get my shit together, no anxiety. But if it's like just like overthinking and thinking that the absolute worst thing is going to happen next,
We gone.
T.
Everything is awesome.
Catch me when I'm spiraling next week.
You won't be. She's doing great.
Doing great, sweetie.
We're making progress. But
You've
anyway, if you like that episode, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, all the things. Email us your stories at sistersofthestrangepodcast@gmail.com. You may not make it into this newest episode because I'm going to be doing one soon, but we'll hit you up for the next one. Murder stories, ghost stories, weird stories, conspiracies, all of it.
anything.
We're here for it.
Okay. Love ya. Bye.
Love ya. See you next. I can't say that anymore.
Nope, not next week.
See you later.
In a couple days.
See you
We don't know.
later.
You'll know when we know, okay? Because the episode will be out. We don't know.
It's a surprise.
Yay.
Yay. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Sisters of the